Hello, everyone, and your reading begins now. We have 3 oracle cards you can pick from. The first group has yellow citrine. If this resonates with you, pick this one. The second group has red agate. If this stone resonates with you, pick this one. And finally, the third group, we have Lapis Lazuli. Beautiful, beautiful blue rocks. So don't forget that this reading is timeless. You can listen to this at any given time after this video is up. Even after 2 years, it is valid. Take the messages that you need and let go of the rest. The first group, your stone is citrine. It's a beautiful yellow hue. And your card is roguish raccoon. Enthusiasm, problem solving, adventure, mischievous and playful spirit of Pan, reveal any secrets or deceit in my life. Let's see how this aligns with some oracle cards. I can see that you are trying to get something. Maybe it's schooling, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a new project. And let's see how things unfold. Now, I like to begin with 2 positive messages. So I have these messages from the universe. I'm going to pick 2. First one. Spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. Oh, so group 1, there is a magical wish that you made and you're waiting for it to come true. All right, second one. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the result. That is beautiful. So you're at the beginning of something. You want something to come to fruition. That's very interesting. And finally, I have a Gypsy Witch fortune-telling playing card. I'm gonna pick one. Well, this does sound negative, but actually I'm going to tell you what it is. The birds signify dire misfortune and fierce enemies when near. If far away from the person, okay, that's when you read it with the other cards, but I only picked one. So, I do see some rivalry between you and those others. Okay, let me read these first. There is something that you want to achieve, and you do have some form of doubt, but if you keep faith, it is going to come to fruition. The thing is, I don't really believe in animosity. Usually when we have some enemies or people we don't get along with, it's never got to do with you. It has more to do with other people and how they feel about it. So even if there is some rivalry, just focus on yourself and try not to focus on others. I'm not saying that you are doing that, but their presence cannot give you any shade, okay? Maybe there are other candidates who want to get the job. Maybe there are other people who want to get into certain colleges. There are certain people who want to who have an eye on the man that you are interested in. So whatever you're trying to get, there will be others. There will always be others who want to get the same things, but that is not a problem, because as long as you focus on yourself, that thing is already yours. I really like a quote from Randy Pausch. He's a late scientist he's an engineer actually. He worked at Caltech, and he has a beautiful book and a TED Talk called The Last Lecture. And he says that brick walls are not for you. It's to keep out the other people who don't want the same thing you want as bad as you do. So if you encounter a brick wall or enemies, just keep working, keep your head up, and you won't have any issues. So let's dive deeper into what will happen in the near future. Okay, what are the good fortunes that are waiting for you? Oh, I've got, all right, this is my beautiful white Numen deck. I have some of them that were flipped over. Never mind. I will shuffle this. You can have a look at these beautiful cards at the same time. There we go. Let's just push these keys a bit further. There you go. That looks nice. All right, keys. Yeah, let's just see the bottoms. All right, that's beautiful. Four of Wands, got some fours. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Knight of Cups reversed. All right. Four of Pentacles. Okay, let me just readjust the frame. Ugh, that's better. There we go. There's an ambulance. So you've got all fours. And that symbolizes a desire, but also ambiguity. Four of Wands is great. It symbolizes a happy life and fulfillment and satisfaction. So there's something beginning that has been working well. It could be a relationship. It could be like your finances. It could be a good job. So things have been going well for you for quite a while. But there is some dissatisfaction. Like it could be emotional or financial or both. But what I see is that you have manifested something and you have achieved it already. You have wanted or desired something for a long time, but then it turns out that it's not something that you really desire. Deep down inside, it's not good enough. You want more for yourself. So maybe you dreamed too small, or maybe you wanted something, but it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to be, or you want certain improvements, which is good. That does not mean that you're ungrateful. It means that you know that now that you've gotten this, you know that you deserve better. You know that you want better. But never forget what you have. So try to focus on the positive. So yes, you do lack a lot of stuff. You still desire many things for yourself. But dreaming bigger should never block your energy for gratefulness. Focus on gratitude, focus on what you have, and whenever you feel down, please remember how far you've come along. And this is proof that manifestations do work. Dreams do come true, and then we dream on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. That always happens. So that is very normal and natural. These two figures, it is as if you do have there is a little emptiness in terms of emotional and financial fulfillment. So you need to get to the bottom of this. Is this fact or fiction? Is this something that you're thinking about and feeling, or is it a real threat? I think it's more in like, yeah, I'm not making enough. Yes, I'm going towards like, I'm trying to close off my debt, but you're going the right direction. So don't worry too much about that. Another thing is, because you've achieved, you say to yourself, I dreamed of this, I wanted that. And then, oh, I got it, but this is emotionally draining. For example, I got this job, but I'm drained. Or in the school I dreamed of, but I never anticipated this much hardship. So these are the things that are occupying your mind. And you're trying to move forward. You're trying to move to somewhere where you want to take the next step. The cards are actually revealing that you want to take the next step. You want to move forward. You want more emotional and financial fulfillment for yourself. And strange enough, you got these two figures that are both cups and pentacles. So you've been thinking about your emotional and financial well-being quite a bit. This could also symbolize you as a couple. So one person is like not being at the best emotional place, and the other is thinking about the finances too. Because this is a group reading, it could be many things applicable. But I can see that you want to move forward. You want to get things better. And you've been praying, manifesting, thinking about it all the time. And you've been telling yourself all the what ifs. What if other people get it? What if there are other people preventing me from getting what I want? What if, what if, what if? Don't think about the what ifs. Just work hard, focus, and try to get what you want. I assume this is a new job. It's not a new relationship. You are well established in whatever you want, or you have a crush on someone, and that's in the back of your mind, but you're more focused on career or education, on improving yourself. And self-improvement is the best. If you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe you want to start a business. If you want to get a new job or be promoted, this is something you've been working really hard on. You got somewhere, but you want to get better. So let's look at the blockages. What is stopping you from getting what you want? It's not your fault. Things do unfold at their own time. They do not happen overnight. So let's see what kind of mental, emotional blockages you have. Hello, quick pause. If you have any suggestions, ideas, or things you want to ask, please leave them in the comments below. Okay, again, 4 of coins. There we go. The Tower. All right, I can see now. I can see what's going on. Okay, so there are 2 things that are crippling you: indecisiveness and financial worries. First off, indecisiveness. Do I want to invest my time and money into the next step? Do I actually want to move forward and get out of my comfort zone? Do I really want to take the leap of faith and make a big change? Those are very valid questions, and those are preventing you from moving forward. There is this financial worry about doing the next thing. Like, if I'm going to go to school again, it's going to cost some money. If I do this, I will have to make financial sacrifices. So the 4 of coins means that you would be able to find the money. That's not the issue. But I want to hold on to this money, and spending it actually hurts. It will hurt. It will pain me. So those are the blockages. And then the most important thing is the fear of change. You don't want things to change. You do want things to change, but you don't want things to change at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. So fear of change is always natural. Getting out of our comfort zone is always our human response. We're human. We are made out of flesh and blood and bones. So we don't like change. We're mammals. Those are the blockages. And whether you want to move forward or not is completely up to you. There is no right answer. Some people would decide that the financial sacrifice would not be worth it. Some people will think, well, I am too indecisive. Let me put this in the back burner. I'm not sure if I really want to do this. So these are very valid reasons to not move forward. Yeah, I can see that. I can see where you're coming from, first group. But let's see how you can overcome these blockages and whether the conditions are favorable for you. Let's see. Let me see. Let's just... Le soleil, the sun. Le jugement, justice. Judgment, sorry, judgment. 6 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles, reversed. And Queen of Pentacles, okay. Well, if you decide to pursue your dreams, yes, the conditions are favorable. There is prosperity at the end of it. Your hard work pays off. You do get a lot of emotional and social satisfaction out of whatever you're deciding to pursue. Initially, there is some financial trouble and worries about it, but in the end, see, the Queen of Pentacles was initially reversed, and in the end, it is upright. The Queen of Pentacles is upright. There you go. You do get fulfillment from this thing that you're working on. So this is good news. If you like this, please subscribe, and I'm going to move on to the next group. Group number 2 is the delightful deer. Enlightenment, connection, divination. Mystical companion of the fairy folk, bless me with your sharp sense of sight. So, you have not been disclosed certain information in your life, and soon it will be disclosed to you. And with this knowledge, you will be enlightened. You'll be able to see clearer, and you'll be able to move forward. That's interesting. I like to feel that there is something, a certain talent about yourself that you were not aware of. And when you find out about it, you will be a changed person. You will regain confidence, and you will start believing in yourself. And you will get to where you actually deserve to be. All right, let's put this over here. Let's put your little rocks over here. And just like the first group, I highly doubt you watched the first group, but I'm going to pick out 2 messages from the universe. I let the universe catch up with my dreams. So whatever you're manifesting is not too far away. It's really close by. Second card, let's draw one. There we go. When I'm grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire. When we're manifesting, we should never forget to bring good energy by focusing on what we already have. The more you're fulfilled and the more you fill your cup, the more the universe has to offer. That's a great reminder. Okay. Okay. I always take the near one in my Gypsy deck unless I'm mixing it up with other things. The dog, if near, represents true friends. Okay. So if it's far away, unsuspected enemies, well, I like to take the true friends interpretation. Well, you have supportive friends who actually will notice some changes about you, that they will notice that you have been manifesting something greater for yourself, and they will be really supportive. So that was our little oracle. Before we start, let's find out what types of events will unfold over the next few months. All right, Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, and 9 of Pentacles. All right. So, money, money, money. You've been thinking about money, you've been worried about money, and you have actually been spending some money. So, there has been an inner battle within you about your finances. So, there is an initial seed money for what you want to start or what you want to do. And you do have a lot of fulfillment. You have achieved certain things until a certain point, and you get immense emotional fulfillment from it. But you want more for yourself. And you have not necessarily made the right financial decisions so far. But so that is why you are going through some minor worries about what to do. This could be about closing your debt. It could be about starting a new school but not worrying about the finances. So there is some financial anxiety going on. But it's not that you have nothing. You are not unable to afford the initial steps of whatever you want to take. This could be buying a house, it could be a car loan, it could be education. But because you lost some money previously in your life, you are worried that it will happen again. So you are actually debating whether it's the right decision or not. You might be debating with yourself or with a spouse. But so far you've done okay. You have made some financial mistakes, but it's not major. You will still be able to move forward. I see this more as a purchase of something. It's a big financial commitment. And it's not full indecisiveness. You want to do it, but there are other aspects that make you reconsider. You're not just, it's not an initial seed of, oh, maybe. It's, yes, I want to do this, but am I going to really do it? Like, am I able to do it? So you're doing the math, which is smart. And this has caused some anxiety, but mostly you are very fulfilled in life. Things have been going well for you. You're satisfied with what you've achieved, and you're really proud of yourself, which is great. I love that you love yourself. I really liked these two cards. So this initial jump will not significantly improve your life, but it's been occupying your head a lot lately. So that's what's been going on. And let's talk about the mental blockages and the things that might be occupying your mind. Let's see. Here we go. Here are the mental and emotional blockages. Hello, quick pause. If you have any suggestions, ideas, or things you want to ask, please leave them in the comments below. Okay. There are certain figures that are very dear and close to you, and you are worried that they might judge your decisions. There is one figure that is a fairly young male figure. This could be your child or your spouse, depending on your reading. And you're like, I'm making these sacrifices at what cost? Will this have an effect on those who are close to me? My boyfriend, my family, whoever's close and dear to you. You're worried that they might suffer from your actions, and that is why you are scared. Also, you're not sure if the timing is right. You tell yourself, well, I need to be patient. I need to sacrifice myself. I need to stop being. You are always a giver. So sometimes you might accuse yourself of being selfish. No, you are never selfish. You are a very giving, very kind and generous person, and I look up to you for that. Thank you for being helpful to others. The problem with you is you always put others first and you put yourself last. You always prioritize other people, your children, your spouse, your parents, and it's never you. And that's why whatever you wanted, if you're going to stop yourself from doing it, it's because it's for the others. Whether you take the next step or not is your decision and only yours, and nobody can judge that for you. You know, sometimes in life, doing it is a choice and giving it up is also an equally valid choice. So the choice is only yours, and only yours. But if you're preventing yourself, it is all, you just factored in your family, you factored in others, you considered others, and you decided to put others first. That is your blockage in life, which is not a bad thing. You know, we all have other people we're responsible for. So I was like, well, why isn't this person doing it? Well, that's why. You have other responsibilities. So you have to take them into consideration. For tarot, I never give advice in the sense that I tell people what they should or what they shouldn't do. I just tell them whether it's favorable or not. If the conditions are favorable, they can decide with their own mind to do what is ahead of them. And if not, well, too bad. It's not bad. Like, well, they can move forward. Yeah, that's how I put it. Okay, how do we remove these blockages? Let's have a look. So the blockage is never, it's more financial. Now it makes more sense. There is an emotional blockage, yes, but it's more, if I had the money, if I had more money, I would do it immediately. If I was able to afford it, I wouldn't think about it twice. It's either the bank or a male figure in the family who, if they say go ahead and you can do it, you're going to do it. It's not an easy task. The opportunities will not just throw themselves at you at an enormous pace. It will take time, but if you have the money, you're going to give it a try. And look, this is very strange. You had the Nine of Pentacles reversed initially, but in the end, the Nine of Pentacles is upright. See that? Let me just show it to you. There you go. Nine of Pentacles reversed, Nine of Pentacles upright. So things do work out for you. When you have the initial seed money, maybe you're going to save up. Maybe it's going to be a bank from the loan, or somebody's going to loan you money. Maybe your family's going to fundraise. But whatever you're going to do, if you find the money, go for it. Go for it. Don't think twice. If you can afford it, you're going to do it, and it's going to be great. I wish you the best of luck, Group 2, and thank you for listening to my offering. Third group, thank you so much for listening. This was the rocks that you chose, the Lapis Lazuli, and you have a beautiful butterfly. Renewal, transformation, adaptability, brilliant harbinger of change, release me from my own dark chrysalis. So there has been some stagnation in your life, but I never see stagnation as a negative thing. You might think that you've been stuck in a rut, but that's never a rut. It's the universe aligning itself so that events unfold for the best. So if you've been single for a long time and you haven't met the right person, or if you haven't got the job of your dreams, it's because the universe is preparing itself and it's not ready for you just yet. Okay, let's pick out 2 special universe messages. So the universe has 2 little sentences to say to you as a small reminder. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. So yeah, that works with the butterfly card. Things have been brewing, even if you didn't notice it. Things are going to change. Things are getting ready. They're not ready yet, but once things unfold, they will get for the better. You just have to keep your faith. You just have to believe in it. If you think this is the last stop, it's not. You are moving forward, even if you can't see it. All right, one more. When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. You might not be sure what's going to happen next, but you have to believe in yourself, and you just have to wait for the messages that are being prepared for you. If you keep your eyes and your ears and your heart open, you will come up with great ideas. And I'm going to pick out a Gypsy Witch card just to top it up. So you have great friends who will notice that something is changing, or they'll come up with a great idea for you. So maybe your friend has a job opening that they will share with you, or perhaps they're going to tell you, oh, you'd actually be a great, I don't know what profession. Why don't you go to beauty school, or why don't you go to nursing school, or, oh, why don't we start a business together? That type of thing. And that's going to be great. They're going to be very helpful, and they're going to open your eyes to something new. So you haven't made up your mind about what's next, but that is totally fine. You are allowed to take your time, and eventually something will come up, and when it comes up, you will find the way. You will forge a new path. That's what life is about. We always move forward. I'm going to pick out some cards from my white Numen deck. There we go. Page of Pentacles. Okay. Now, soon enough, the conditions will become favorable for you. You have come to a certain point, but it's really in the initial phases. Maybe you got a job. Maybe you were good at school at a certain point, but then you stopped your education. Whatever you've done, you've gotten to a certain point in your career or in your education, and then for some reason it could be birthing a child or moving states or following your spouse's military posts. Whatever reason it is, it has come to a stop, but you haven't thought about the next step. But you know that this is not the last stop. You are very tired of the previous work that you had to do. Your previous failures, your previous gains, and your previous losses have become tiresome, and now you're ready to let go of them and then move forward. So that is great. And you do actually have a little savings, or somebody, the bank or a person is willing to loan you money. So if you want it to be financially viable, the money is there. There is also a lot of wisdom within you. Like, you've been through a lot, and you've actually come to understand how life works in cycles, and you're just thinking. This is the thinking phase, which works with these cards here. And well, I like the star card that appears at the end, because it actually shows that the conditions will become favorable. and you will be revealed a path. And you will actually like this idea, and you will actually like the idea of pursuing whatever it is. Like, it could be a business idea. If you have a kid, it could be a little startup that has to do with kids. Like, I have a friend who started a swaddling company. She produces beautiful swaddles and she sells them because she had to swaddle her baby. So that type of thing. So you'll see a new TV show where they're displaying a certain professional, and this line of work is going to appear interesting to you, and you're going to do your research on how to become that. So now we're in the 21st century, it's 2024. We have a lot of opportunities on the internet. The conditions are not ready yet, but they're favorable. That's what I can say. You're emotionally and mentally mature enough to do it. You've learned from your past mistakes. You do have the finances in terms of either a bank loan or saved up money. And you are willing to move forward. You're actually mentally and emotionally ready, but you can't put your finger on it. You don't know what exactly it is. There is a slight hint of indecisiveness, which is great. Like, I think indecisiveness is better than making the wrong decision in a blunt and bold way. It's always better to sit down and think. So that's why things do not happen immediately. We have to measure things, we have to weigh things, and then move forward. Let's look at the mental blockages that may be preventing you from moving forward. That one fell out. Okay. Okay. Hello, quick pause. If you have any suggestions, ideas, or things you want to ask, please leave them in the comments below. Okay, here are the mental blockages. You might believe that you are not experienced enough. You might say to yourself, well, I've never tried this before, and what if I make a fool of myself? What if it doesn't appear good enough? That's one reason. There is another reason. There might be naysayers in your family. There are 2 young men and 2 older women who might doubt you. Even if they don't openly say it, they might intrinsically imply it when you're discussing things with them. So that might cause self-doubt. There's also a person who is talking, which is yourself. You do sometimes tend to talk yourself out of it. Like, oh yes, this is a great idea. Nope, it's a bad idea. This is a great idea. No, it's a bad idea, type of thing. So when you come up with a decision, typical self-doubt card, huge amounts of self-doubt, self-sabotaging, or just deciding that this is not for you might be a blockage. We all have the power to give up, and we all have the power to move forward. And whether it's right or wrong is not up to anyone. I feel like the universe is pretty neutral about it. Like, if you decide not to seek prosperity in a certain path, you can seek prosperity in other places. Like, it's never the end of the road. So if conditions do end up not being favorable for you, don't beat yourself up if you decide not to move forward. But do move forward if you feel ready, like you deserve the best. So there is no right answer because the universe is neutral. The universe doesn't care as long as you find happiness and fulfillment. It's also, you do risk to never feel ready. Like, sometimes these cards symbolize the fact that you're not ready, but I think this is always in your mind. In your mind, we are never ready. we are never ready to have a child. We're never ready to buy that house. We're never ready to start the new job or start the new career. There is no favorable, completely ideal condition. There is no 100% viable way of doing things, and that might cause you to doubt yourself. Also, the more you spend time waiting, the more you start being comfortable where you are, even if it doesn't feel nice. So, oh yeah, this feels comfortable because this is what I know, could be your mental blockage. But none of these are bad. Like, these are all the possible outcomes, the potential that is being revealed to you. So, how do we remove this mental blockage? Let's have a look. Let's look and see. There we go. Yep. Okay. Oh. Let's just put this on top. That's the artist. Okay, great. The blockage will be removed first if you convince yourself. Second, if there's an initial push, like if there is a little bit of savings, a little bit of money, a bit more than you're like right now you're not comfortable doing things right away because it's not the ideal situation. But if you get that initial push, and if you can find the initial leap of faith and the willingness to let go of certain things and give up a certain amount of money or self-respect. So, like, we do get self-conscious. This is what I'm trying to get at. We do get self-conscious when you start stuff. It feels funny, it feels awkward, it doesn't feel nice. But if we can convince ourselves and move forward, we can do it. Also, if we do not worry about how other people perceive us. Like, they've known you as a certain person, as a certain you have a certain identity, but you are allowed to shed those past versions of yourself. You are allowed to become someone else. You are allowed to let go of everything you've achieved to go to something greater. So I have this friend, for example, she used to be an attorney and then she gave up and she pursued another career. And it felt humiliating and shameful at first because everybody said, why did you work so hard on something that that was so difficult to achieve and now you're letting it go? But if you're willing to let it go and pursue your true self, then that's what growing up and moving forward is all about. The 10 of Wands means that you've been taking up a burden more than you should, okay? And this is like the Artist's Tarot. They had a little message here too, just saying hi. If you hold on to all of the responsibilities that have become burdensome, that's no good. If you let them go, you will move forward. You don't have to carry around all this weight. You can ask for help. You can ask people to help out with childcare. You can hire a nanny if you have children, or you can hand them over to your parents for a few hours a day. You can do it at nighttime. You don't have to do it all. If you want to pursue education at nighttime, that's also okay. Maybe you want to look at the world through a different lens. Maybe you don't want to do it all, like, you don't want to do it the hard way. You can do it the easy way. You're allowed to, and that's not cheating. You don't have to be this tired. Yeah, you just have to convince yourself, let go of who you used to be. You should decide that you're the only person who knows yourself the best. And no matter what other people say, if you know yourself better, then you can be your own advocate and achieve greatness. Okay, so that was group 3. Thank you so much for listening. And if you like it, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow, etc. I'll see you next time.